Hi everyone, today I thought that I would talk about muscle recovery. I'm going to do a climbing competition this coming up weekend, and so I just have this like superstition thing because I've done it every single comp, is that I don't exercise or climb for 4 days before. So I read an article saying like how many days you should exercise just to kind of like give your body a rest and so what I have found, and they say like 48 hours for all of your muscles basically to like repair and everything. So whenever you work out, let's say you're climbing, you're lifting weights, whatever, all of your muscles, like they have these little tears in them, and then if you give yourself a break, they will basically like reconnect and reform and get stronger. So if you are constantly working out every single day, then they never have those times to kind of like reform and rebind. So even though it's hard to say, okay, I'm gonna like take a break, 2 days, whatever, that part is important. So I'm kind of in that like 4 days. I've done it for like all the competitions that I've done, is to give myself 4 days off of a break so that I come back and I'm not sore, I'm not like hurting or whatever, so I can be as fresh as I can for those competitions. So what I also would like to talk about, because I did major in nutrition and food science, is certain foods that you can have that maybe will like help with recovery and such. So if you have a lot of like red meat, and if you're eating a lot of like acidic foods, if you're drinking a lot of soda, Red Bull, all those things, all your like your body pH will get higher, and so you won't have basically if you have like a higher body pH, then you have more inflammation in your body, and so if you have higher inflammation, things just kind of aren't as happy. So if you tone down like the red meat that you have, if you don't drink soda, energy drinks, and all of that, your body's pH will be at a normal level, and you'll be able to recover faster because your body isn't in this like high end, it's acidic, so it's at an inflamed state. So if you want to lower the inflammation, basically you can kind of tone down on that. After like working out and everything, it is important to stretch. I know some people, they just want to like leave right away and not like take the time, like just extra like 2 minutes, just kind of like stretch things out. That'll kind of like move everything around, and I just find that if I stretch, and definitely the next day, I won't be as sore. I know people will say something about like showers or like hot baths, that it's like good or bad, but if you're like moving around all the blood circulation and such, I just feel that it feels better, especially if you're like wanting, like if you get stiff or you feel like you're getting stiff, then having a hot shower, having a hot bath, whatever, will definitely kind of like loosen up those muscles if you feel that you overdid something and you're stiff and now you don't want to stretch because it feels too stiff to do that. And so if you kind of like have a hot bath, have a hot shower, whatever, sometimes that can help. Another thing, I love smoothies. Having enough protein, you don't want to overdo it with protein. Some people think like, oh, like I need to eat a ridiculous amount of protein because I am working out and I want to build muscle. Your body can only take in so much protein, and then the rest it'll either flush out or store as fat. So it's taking in all this food and saying, oh, I need this energy. Either you use it and so you build that protein or build those muscles, or if it's like, well, we've already used whatever, we're going to store the rest as fat so that later on we can use it. So if you are having more than like 30 to 40 grams of protein a day, that's basically too much. So I'd say don't like focus on, I only have to eat protein to build muscle. Have enough protein so that you can build those muscles, like so those muscle fibers can grow and everything, but if you overdo it, your body's just going to store it as fat or basically flush it out. So just don't overdo it with that. But I do like having protein smoothies. I've made a couple of videos of that. I can link them down below. On the Way to Go protein powder is my favorite one so far. I do like the vanilla better than the chocolate because I feel like you can mix it with a lot of different things, but it depends on your preferences and what you like, basically. So I guess flavor-wise, but those ones I like, and having like strawberries and blueberries. Blueberries are also antioxidants, so that will decrease inflammation. I like to put those in smoothies as something that'll also kind of like lower inflammation, and then also have some protein in there as well. So those are some of the things that I thought of just because I was thinking about the climbing competition, how excited I am, and how I'm not going climbing, and so I was like, well, I could do a video on something about like muscle building, muscle, what is it called, like recovery tips with food and such. Also, drinking water is important. So if you're like staying hydrated, it's good for like skin and all those things. So drinking a lot of water, making sure that you're adequately hydrated is also important for muscle recovery and just normal everyday health and such. Leave in the comments below if there's any types of foods or shakes that you like to make. I would like to know. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye!